Back in the day, during the 2000s, Marvel movies used to be very different compared to nowadays because nowadays they're all pretty much connected. But back in the day, you had to think they were connected. Like, like movies like X-Men, Spider-Man, the Hulk, Daredevil, and the topic of our video today, The Punisher from 2004. So basically we're taking a look at the Thomas Jane Punisher Marvel Legends from ToyBiz. Well, let's get into the video. So the figure nowadays kind of looks a bit too old that's because it's very different to nowadays, where basically it has a cloth jacket, which nowadays in Marvel Legends we only get the plastic ones, which kind of limits articulation. Although the cons of this figure is that it's very flaky, like it basically disintegrates in your hands. And this is basically the same trench coat as the Blade figure from the same year, which that same year Blade Trinity also came out, so it makes sense they would have reused it, and I don't mind it here, although for Punisher he would be hiding his ammo, and he's not doing it that right, but hey, it looks cool. So yeah, the details are pretty cool on this figure. And speaking of details, here's the skull. That's more of a comic accurate Punisher skull compared to the one in this stand, which is more accurate to the movie itself. But it's still a cool skull, nevertheless. And the way you actually remove the jacket, so basically you gotta tug it on his arm. It's a bit hard to do it when you want to keep it. Okay. There we go. So yeah, it always goes inside, so I don't know, just use your finger to pull it down, or a pencil, I don't know. But yeah, get a third-party jacket instead. And yeah. So yeah, here's the figure. Likeness wise, for 2004, okay, the same year Spider-Man 2 came out, and I was born. Yeah, I think it's pretty good. Maybe not as good as like something from right now, but it's a good enough likeness of Thomas Jane from the movie. Not the best compared to like right now, but hey, it's a good figure. So in terms of articulation, he's pretty good. Granted, not as good as some other figures from the time, or heck, even nowadays, but hey, it's pretty good. So yeah, he has a neck swivel on his neck, a hinge, so you could have him looking up and left at the same time. I think it's a good compromise compared to nowadays, where they just have like the hinge. And even then, I'm not a big fan of the hinge. I'm more of a double ball jointed neck guy. Shout out Spider Criminal. And so yeah, he also comes with ab crunch, which barely moves front but can move a lot back. It has a waist swivel. Yeah, he can move his shoulder up this high and rotate it 360. Bicep swivel. Double jointed elbow. and wrist swivel, and each finger has different finger articulation because the left one has just one articulated finger, or at least all of them articulate together, which is a shame because it would have been cool to have a double wield like with this finger, which has a trigger finger and the rest are connected, and also he has a hinge on the hand. Pretty different compared to fingers nowadays where they just have interchangeable hands. Which do you prefer? Do you prefer articulated hands or swappable hands? I think it just depends on the figure. Like if it's an Optimus Prime, I would obviously like movable fingers, but hey, if it's like like a more human character, just have them with with pairs of hands. He also comes with a thigh swivel. He has this weird ball jointed hips, so he can kick that much high. He also comes with double jointed knees. Can he kick it? Nope, he cannot kick it. Sorry, Fish. He can't kick his own butt. That's a shame. He has boot swivel. Okay, well, not really boot swivel, but you know what I mean. He also has a pivot, a little pivot, and a toe joint. In terms of accessories, he comes with quite a lot. Here's the jacket that we removed. I already showed you how to do it. And yeah, this is kind of flaky. Just buy a third-party jacket instead. Well, although I don't know how it works. Plus, they probably have like a wire. He also comes with this pistol, which is pretty cool. It's very basic, but you can just have it you can just put it on his hand. A bit of a hard fit because of the articulation. Yeah, he can actually hold it just fine. Or if you don't want it, you could just have it in his holster. Another accessory is this, I don't know what it's called, but it's a big gun, and same with the holster. I mean the handgun. You could just have it like that, but it's a bit top heavy, so you can use the included stand, which the skull is far more accurate to the actual movie compared to the one where it comes with the figure. But yeah, if he's like too heavy because of the gun, just have it stand on the stand, and yeah, he can stand pretty good. Another accessory he has is the bazooka, which is pretty good because it has a pretty good amount of dry brushing, which is really cool. Similar with the bazooka, you could just have it on his hand and have it rest on his shoulder, and yeah, since it's gotta be top heavy, just have it there on his stand. But even then, it's gonna be falling down, so but hey, it still looks good. Yeah, he's not able to use it good. And for his final accessory, he comes with I would assume it's AK-47. I don't know my guns. I'm from America, but I don't even have guns like that. But yeah, he's able to hold it pretty much well. Here he is with the 20th anniversary Wolverine, which makes sense that he's a bit taller than the Thomas Jane Punisher, because I think he is meant to be taller than Thomas Jane. So yeah, I think this kind of works if you want to have like 2000s characters. By the way, I don't have Toby yet, but I do want to have him. Here he is with the No Way Home Doctor Strange, because everyone else was thinking that He was gonna be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but he wasn't. It's a shame he wasn't, but I would have loved to see Thomas Jane again, one more time. He was a really good Punisher, not gonna lie. I mean, he was a good Punisher that even appeared in a fan movie, Dirty Laundry, which I recommend you to watch. Here he is with Deadpool, the ACH Figure Arts version. And yeah, he's a bit shorter because, ACH Figure Arts is generally shorter. Here he is with Bucky, the Winter Soldier from the flashback version, to be exact, because that's the only one I've got. Duh. And yeah, I thought it made sense because gun. Which, speaking of gun, I wonder if he can actually fit his gun. Can he hold it? Actually, yes, he can. Yes, he can. Indeed. And here he is with my girl, Nobara Kugisaki from Jujutsu Kaisen. So as the first ToyBiz figure I've ever gotten, I think it's a pretty good figure. Is it the best figure out there? No. But he is good, and I really wish Hasbro could, remake him because, they did it with X-Men. Why can't they do it with, other characters? I mean, they are doing Toby, but I think the only reason they're not doing, Wesley Snipes' Blade, or the Punisher from Thomas Jane's movie, or the Daredevil from Ben Affleck's movie. I think it may be due to the rights, or mostly with Blade and Punisher, because I think with Daredevil you're fine because that was by 20th Century Fox, so I think there's a possibility, just not as high as X-Men. But I would like them to actually remake this figure because it's like $60 plus. I thankfully bought him for like $35, I think, and I'd say that's a pretty good deal. And I bought it in the box, so yeah, $35. If you can find it for that price, I think it's a good price for this 2004 Punisher figure. So anyway, let me know what other figures you want me to review, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.